Hello Spartans, welcome back. Now, I know that I've been doing a lot of content regarding bad video game takes, and I was actually going to do another video today, but I just couldn't pass this one up. This article by Hard Drive is absolutely hilarious, and I want to share it with you guys because honestly, it's so funny. But anyways, my Spartans, we only have one mission and one mission only, and that's getting Spartan Piss out into the market of gamer subs. As you guys know, I have a partnership with gamer subs and I absolutely love this crap. This right here contains the Holy Trinity. It is delicious, it gives you the right amount of energy to get shit done, and it doesn't make you feel like shit afterwards. Spartan Piss is gonna be our own flavor, and to do that, all you gotta do is click the link down below or use code MIDNIGHT at checkout, and if 10,000 of you do that, we will get our own flavor, Spartan Piss. So what are you waiting for? Use the link down below, use code MIDNIGHT at checkout, and get some gamer subs. Let's goddamn do it, my friends. Thank you for your support. But before I begin, do not twist my words. I am not attacking the person in question in any of the articles I've reviewed from gaming journalists. No, I never attack the person. I always attack the idea behind their words, because honestly, they suck and they shouldn't be on the internet. Well, the idea, right? Ever since its inception, video game journalism has taken a deep nosedive. Instead of talking about what's important in video games, they always try to push this weird agenda that honestly does not fit here. Video games is fantasy and it should be treated as such. This is fantasy. A video game, these are pixels we're talking about. So instead of trying to push this agenda, just talk about what matters on video game, and that's it. The level design, the narrative, story, sound design, gameplay dance, gameplay loop, gunplay, etc, 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 leveling system. Talk about the things that matter in this subject. It's like talking about aerodynamics on a cooking class. It just doesn't fit. But anyways, my friends, let's get into it. Christian mothers agree it's actually pretty neat how Doom Eternal updated its combat system to discourage camping. What am I reading? And this is actually pretty goddamn true. Ever since Doom Eternal came out, Doom 2016 enjoyers have been saying that the gameplay loop of Doom Eternal is a definitive downgrade than the gameplay loop of Doom Eternal. And honestly, that's just not true, objectively. Yeah, you may like Doom 2016 better, but objectively, the gameplay dance, the Doom dance, the gameplay design of Doom Eternal is objectively better than the one from Doom 2016. For the sole reason that it is push forward combat. Doom Eternal, the game, makes you push, makes you try harder, makes you want to be inside of the battle. Doom Eternal's gameplay is such an artistic perfection, for the sole reason that you are always in the battle. In an impromptu meeting reacting to the release of the latest game in the controversial satanic theme first-person shooter franchise, that being Doom, a coalition of concerned Christian mothers came to a unanimous agreement that it's actually pretty neat how Doom Eternal's combat system had been updated to discourage camping by the player. And that is also true. In Doom 2016, you could basically cheese the whole campaign in nightmare difficulty by staying behind, by camping, by hiding in corners, crates, boxes, staying behind, etc, etc. And in Doom Eternal, it is quite the opposite. Truth be told, in Doom Eternal you can never camp because the demons are always in your face. And if you do not kill demons, you do not heal, you cannot get ammo back, and you cannot get armor back. So in Doom Eternal, to survive, you need to kill and kill some more. And in Doom 2016, to survive, you do not need to kill. You need to stay behind. Our stance on this franchise has been constant since its inception in 1993. We believe that the Doom games are a morally bankrupt, depraved piece of pop culture that continues to endanger our children's innocence, said Christian Mothers Against Violent Video Games spokesperson Colin Riley. Well, what can we expect? Since its inception, Doom has had this label of a super violent video game that continues to encourage encourage violence in children. My brain was using 100% of its power to be able to make that a sentence. Oh my god. That being said, Doom 2016 had a lot of squandered potential because you could just kinda cheese your way through each fight by hiding behind columns and corners, and that was kinda bullshit. After reviewing a sampling of Doom Eternal's grotesque, obscenely violent gameplay, it seems like they have at least balanced things a bit more to encourage you to get really competent with the shotgun and chaining glory kills early on, which is a step in the right direction. What in the living madres am I reading, mi hermano? I mean, since its inception, the image of Christian mothers trying to strip video games away from their children because they are violent has been embedded into my mind. I have a lot of friends that in the past, when they were like 10 years old, they couldn't play games like Resident Evil, Star Wars Battlefront, The Matrix game, Call of Duty, Halo, Skyrim, because those were violent games, and their mothers, which were religious mothers, didn't want them to play these games made by the devil. I know it sounds very unrealistic, but let me remind you that I am from Mexico, and well, religion. It's funny because that image of the religious mother has been embedded into my mind, but then I see this, more religious Christian mothers throwing shit at Doom because it encourages violence, but actually reviewing part of the game and nailing down the take or what they were saying. The gameplay loop of Doom Eternal compared to the one from Doom 2016, it's a step on the right direction, and I cannot wait to see what other step id Software is gonna take with the next Doom game or maybe Quake game. All of us at CMA VVG are steadfast in our desire to see games like this taken off of the market. Well, what can you expect? So that young minds aren't corrupted by their influence, Riley continued. But at least I can sleep soundly at night knowing that if my son plays Doom Eternal at a friend's house or something, he'll have to actually suck it up and get through it like a man. I mean, I do not agree with you with the part of taking off violent video games from the market, because honestly, those video games are my childhood. Ever since I was 4 years old, I've been playing Resident Evil 1 Remake, all the Resident Evils, Gears of War, Halo, Grand Theft Auto, Battlefield. I mean, I love violent video games, and not because I've been playing violent video games since I was 3 years old, I am a violent person. Of course not. I am an adult, I am a normal person. I can see that fantasy and real life are very different. I can see that a video game is fantasy, and that what I can do on a video game I can do in real life, and all of that comes off to education. If you educate your child in a good way, you can give him violent video games to entertain himself and not be worried that your child, because he was playing Halo when he was 6 years old, he's gonna kill people when he's like 20. No, all of that comes from education. Riley says that although the mothers disagree with the game's themes, they won't go so far as to encourage a public boycott as long as they can raise awareness on how to play the game the way the developers intended. Is this like a realization? What am I reading? I am agreeing so much with this, people, it's so funny. Listen, I still maintain the position that these games are bad for our youth, but if you are going to let your kid get their hands on Doom Eternal, you should at least encourage them to play on Ultra Violence or Nightmare, added Riley. That shit will really put some hair on your chest. Well, I have hair on my chest, and that's it for the article. The reason why I wanted to do a video on this article is because this is the perfect example as to how push your agenda on a article if you are a feminist, if you are a religious person, etc, etc. If you have like different views, every person has different views on different things, it is completely fine. But if you are trying to push this agenda and trying to make the video game seem in a way that it isn't, then you shouldn't review that video game. But in this case, with these religious mothers, these Christian mothers, this is the perfect example as to how to push this agenda. They say that they do not agree that violent video games should be on the market, but they are not going to go as far as boycotting the game to be taken out of the market. They understand that for a lot of people these video games are their childhood and that they enjoy those video games. It's just that these mothers do not want their children to be exposed to these violent video games. I do not agree with that. I mean, if you educate your child and you are able to tell them that the things on the video game is fantasy, sci-fi, and those things do not apply with real life, then your children can play whatever they want. Yes, of course, if they are afraid of the dark, if they're afraid of zombies, maybe that's because they played Resident Evil when they were 4. But again, it all comes to education. These people do not agree that Doom should be on the market, but they're not going to boycott the game, and they understand how Doom Eternal was an upgrade from Doom 2016. Honestly, I do not know if this article is a troll or something, but it's just such a good example as to how, with your views, feminist, religious person, etc., you can still make a good article on a video game that you are reviewing. But anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching this video, and please use code midnight at checkout or click the link down below in the pinned comment. Spartan Piss is my goal for 2022. If we are able to get Spartan Piss out in the market with gamer subs, that shit is it's basically my dream. I can already see people buying Spartan Piss, so please support the channel by buying gamer subs. Thank you. Adios.